Hi, everybody. Welcome to our next episode of Legacy Talks with Marisa and Tasha. I'm Marissa Matz, the founder of Rising Legacy.
And I'm Tasha Smiley.
Good to have you all. We're so excited for this episode because Tasha and I are going to be discussing how to get started strong this year. Tosh, go for it.
All right. I've got a couple questions lined up for you. So let's get into it. All right. As we kick off the new year, how are you into setting goals? Are you into them? Is that something you do? Tell me about it.
Um, I am a goal setter. I do at the beginning of every year just think about what do I want to accomplish for that period of time. But I don't take them too seriously and I don't like to set too many goals. So right now I'm basically thinking about my business and what do I want to achieve this year at work. And it's really about um, staying simple, um, building and creating more of the things that I've done over the last couple of years. I don't have to necessarily um, make anything grand or new. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing and perfecting the projects and work that I'm doing right now. And then when it comes to my personal life, I also like to set a different kind of goal for that because my personal life definitely feeds into my work life. So if I'm feeling fulfilled and happy in my personal life, then that means that my work life will also be a little bit smoother. So this year, I'm actually setting some goals around travel and revisiting that since the last 5 years have been full of ups and downs when it comes to travel, and I'm trying to redefine what that means to me and my family.
Awesome. Yeah, I feel like, goals are sometimes hard to stick to if you make them too lofty. So I think those are great. So,
Thanks.
and speaking of, how do you actually stick to the goals you set?
That's the hard part, right? Because January is always a period in the year where you're starting fresh and you're saying to yourself, okay, what do I want to do this year? And then all of a sudden it's February or it's March. You've broken these goals. So, what I like to do for myself and what I talk to leaders about frequently is starting every day as if it was a new day. Like if you didn't commit to something or if you messed up already, it's fine. It's fine. Just reset and revisit these goals maybe at the start of every month. Like, how am I doing? Am I doing this? Have I worked closer to the particular goal? So I really believe in using calendar for reminders because my brain is only so big and it can only hold so many things. And so I really live by my calendar. Whatever it says I'm doing today, I'm probably going to be doing. And if anything's not on this calendar, my to-do list, it's not going to happen because my brain is filled to capacity. Being a mom, being a business owner, and all the other things that I do, I can't hold it all in. So, what holds me accountable and helps me stick to my goals is being able to revisit them every month and ask myself, how am I doing? And if I'm not where I want to be, have a beginner's mindset and start again and do that every single month. And hopefully by the end of the year, you'll look back and say, dang, I did it.
Mhm. Yeah, I think, like you said, having a growth mindset is so key. That's the key takeaway that you said. It's really important to have that. So,
Yeah.
okay. So in today's political and socioeconomic climate, what are some of the biggest challenges women in business are facing today?
What a big question. Um, Times are changing, and I would be lying if I told you that it wasn't sitting hard on my soul at the moment. Having conversations about the current climate is soul wrenching, gut wrenching. And if I think about my role as a woman, my role as a business owner, my identity and intersectionality of being a brown woman, um, in the workplace, I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend, I'm a volunteer. All of these capacities that I fill are being challenged. I feel like I'm being challenged every single day. And I feel like I have to have a pair of boxing gloves up more than ever. And that's not really a comfortable place for me. And I know that I'm not alone. Every day we can open our phones and look at the news or social media and see the inequalities, the situations that we're faced with. And it just makes me want to cringe and to cry. And so I think the biggest challenge that we face is having to realign purpose. Why am I doing what I'm doing? What am I doing? What am I doing every single day at work? What am I doing every single day in my family life or in society? And staying grounded to that purpose can be so hard when life events or situations that are beyond our control hold us back to our purpose. So I think this year may be filled with heartache. It may be filled with unknown or lots of significant change and figuring out for ourselves what we can do, what we can control, will be the biggest challenge because we will feel defeated quite frequently. And I've already felt defeated quite a bit this year. So, being in community with each other, seeking support from each other is going to be a big task for us. Um, yeah, because it's not going to be easy.
Right. Right. And then, to know, like adding on to what you said, that you are not alone. There's many others that are feeling this the same way. So, okay, Marissa, with the demands of business and personal momming life, wife life, friend life, career, women life, how do you prioritize wellness and mental health to avoid any sort of burnout?
Um, I'd say over the course of my career, burnout has come and gone and come and gone and come and gone several periods of my life. And if I think about my life today, um, I am a small business owner. I have two young children and other responsibilities. And I have made a big effort, I'd say over the last 6 years, to prioritize myself. I made a very conscious decision that self was going to help me achieve all these other roles that I needed to be good at, or at least survive in. And what I realized is that earlier I mentioned that I live by my calendar. In order for me to prioritize myself, I have to schedule myself into my calendar. And you might think that that's like a little too much. But for someone like myself that has so many responsibilities due to or based on hours, like at this hour I have to be at this place and at this time I have to be at this place, because that is such a big part of my life, I had to say, well, at 6 a.m., I have to be with myself.
Mm.
And I'd say for several years, having a very strict routine. I live by routines, that I thrive in routines. Having a morning routine dedicated to being alone, being by myself, doing things that nourish me and my soul, like having a cup of coffee by myself without any interruption, or reading, a page or two in my book, or exercise, or breath work, picking and choosing what my body needs or what my mind needs every single day in the morning is a gift that I give myself. And it took me a long time to stay true to that morning routine because don't get me wrong, I feel cozy in my bed. I don't want to get up, especially in the winter months. But I know that that morning routine will set the stage for the entire day. And if I skip that morning routine some days, and I do some days, I'm not perfect, I regret it. For some reason, the rest of the day doesn't fall into place. And I'll say to myself, darn it, you should have gotten up this morning because now this is happening to you today. And so I really try to stay committed to me, be consistent to me by giving myself my morning routine every morning at 6 a.m. I'm up and at 'em before the whole house gets up. So that's how I do it.
I love that. And it's such a gift that you can give to yourself. So that's the best way to go about it. All right. Lastly, as we always
Yes.
do, Marisa, give us your leadership lesson right now. What are some words of wisdom that you can share with us that's going on?
Um, at the start of every year, I work with my leaders by encouraging them to pause. Sometimes in organizations, we're asked to pause to self-assess our performance for the previous year. And then you have to go back and write a self-assessment and turn it into your manager so that they can assess you. But outside, so you might have to do that. Do that. It's fun to think about all of your accomplishments. But what I encourage you to do is to have a regular pause in your day, if not your week, and ask yourself, what did I do this week? And give yourself some grace, give yourself some kudos,
Mm.
because as leaders, we often forget about ourselves because we're so focused on others, either the people on our team or the people that we're trying to support at work, or maybe our family members. And it's always about somebody else, and it's hardly ever about us. So take time for yourself to pause and say, darn, I'm, I do a lot. And thank yourself, pat yourself on the shoulder or give yourself a big bear hug because it can help us get through the next 12 months. So,
I love
yeah.
that. I love that. Perfect.
So fun to talk with you, Tosh. I hope that everyone enjoyed our quick episode of our legacy talks. But stay sane, everybody. Take care, and we hope to see you at our next episode. Thank you.
Okay.